It's a New Zealand Maori word for conversation. So I looked for work which talked with something else, it's a very common concept in Western art.
Korero.
Korero. Korero.
Korero.
Korero. 艺术是希望能够多做交流，有更新的概念、更新的创作，然后可以让艺术让大家所有人都能够来分享。那么陶瓷博物馆它扮演的角色就是这个角色。
只是这个平台我们必须架出来。那怎么样去找到可以互相有火花的这个激荡的部分？那我觉得双年展要去思考的是有这个部分。
挑选绘画这样子一个主题，是一般人在最直接、最能够轻易的去了解。那一般人对于绘画都觉得说，就是我跟你在沟通，但是我们希望透过一个展览，是我们一个观念跟一个意见的一个交换。
This is not just sophisticated art audience, it is also the people from Yinga, and it's also the people from Taiwan who come out to see the exhibition. So I have to think that the audience has many levels of understanding. So I made the basic idea very simple, a very easy one, a very simple one, but one that could be understood at every level. But there are many layers in this exhibition. The first room is the chat room, and I was thinking, oh, the chat room is not a place for deep and meaningful conversation. The chat room is for easy access to something. So in the chat room is ceramics talking to itself, to its own traditions, to its own histories in different ways. In the chat room is work that talks to the vessel tradition, it talks to the figure tradition, and also it talks to the later industrial tradition. He's talking about the figurine, like I told you, this history of modeling a goddess figure. Well, from that has come many ornaments, but he also thinks about the music that he enjoyed when he was a young man, and he was listening to the Beatles, Rolling Stones, and looking at these record covers. He's using aspects of that. It was called the psychedelic era because of many colors, very busy. But also, since he's been here in Taiwan, he's looking around and he sees things like your beautiful temples. So you have this multicultural assemblage of 300 or more pieces sitting there. These are all vessels, and the makers are divided into two areas. One is the quiet conversation with the vessel, arrangements like a still life, something which is for contemplation, for thinking about, for looking and just thinking how beautiful, how gentle, how serene. There are three women here who make just beautiful, beautiful vessels. There is often sometimes a little humor here, or just simply the most beautiful bowls in the world that anybody makes, from this woman from Turkey who lives in Denmark and France, and these bowls are just beautiful. And they simply are to look at or to hold fruit or something like this. The other part of the silent conversation is addressing architecture, so that there are pieces which talk about quiet spaces where one would disappear inside and think very private thoughts. So in the silent conversation is the vessel and the architecture. Straight talk, which means a direct working with the clay. These are all men, and it's about their direct relationship as they're working the clay. So you have this Norwegian, Torbjørn Kvasbo, who works and pushes and pulls and works with this beautiful plastic material and makes giant vessels, big containers like coffins, just big vessels with other vessels inside. Some of the work, like the Taiwanese artist Sung Lung Tsai, is about this direct conversation with the flame as it goes through the kiln. He allows the flame and the ash from the wood to have the last word on his work.
基本的には、積み重ねていくわけですが、その土の、紐を、非常に自由にですね重ねながら、ちょうど、対話するように、土の声を聞きながら対話するように積み重ねています。ですから土は大変柔らかいものですから、どういったらいいですかね、本当にこう気ままに